greatest thing about conspiracies is that they can't be proved right or wrong. So whether or not you believed in my conspiracy theory on VRX, that it was a well-planned out timing of a guy that was short the VRX. So if you looked at the volume and the spikes in the VRX on Tuesday and Wednesday before the downgrade, there was a spike higher which then rolled over. That was them shorting the stock into that move, then paying off the analyst to downgrade the stock, coupled with the fact you had options expiration, which intensified the sell-off. Beautifully planned, well-constructed. Do you think the guy's clients are really happy about his downgrade on VRX right now? Do you think they're excited about selling it at 1905 or 19? Now, I don't know about what you think making money in the market's all about, but if you can make 8% in a day, let's not even talk about the options if you bought the 21s for April on that dip, or if you bought the 20s, or maybe you were feeling like, that was just a temporary fart in the wind, which I'm glad we're getting a $1.75 move on VRX right now. Again, I'm in the April calls and the April call spread, so again, I didn't want to get involved in the short-term volatility on a stock that I think is going up another 7 or 8 points. Like the Twitter, how you doing? So, do you think that maybe I was onto something as somebody called my story a fairy tale? And does that mean that we're not short VRX right now at 21.55, my man, with a 4-cent risk pulling back? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? The difference between shorting the VRX at 21.55 and shorting it at 21.35. Now you're making money on the short. There's the difference. Let the top pick itself. You got the hanging man. Now you shorted at 21.55 with the 4-cent risk, and it pulls back 10 cents. There's your day trade for you if you feel like taking your profit. All right, so let's talk about U.S. Steel now, right? U.S. Steel, right? It had a couple of good days and it chops around. If you're buying options hoping that it broke out last week, you probably lost. But if you believe, and again, whether or not your feelings on Trump are positive or negative, I don't like the guy for who he is. He can't take the higher moral ground on any possible policy. He's got to, I knew he wasn't going to win. I mean, just like that. After the Roy Moore thing, the guy's talking about how I told you, I knowed you. A lot of people thought he was going to win. I told him he wasn't going to win. Oh, wait, I thought he was going to win, but then he thought he, And I got to talk about the think tank that I had again. During the Hanukkah party, we had the think tank, my lawyers, all the Jews got together, lawyers, the accountants, and my little think tank of these kids that I hang out with, all these 25-year-old guys talking about Bitcoin and all this other stuff. They explained to me, because I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but lawyers are smarter than me, the accountant's smarter than me, and these think tank of kids who know more about most of this stuff than I do, they all agreed. The tax laws that are changing are going to fuck this guy. So I'm not a fan right now because my real estate taxes are going to go, I'm not going to be able to write them off, and I'm going to have to pay more. And with the net neutrality, as I understand, it's going to affect me adversely. So all we'll know 15 or 16 or 18 months from now, and I get it. I own Twitter and I own U.S. Steel based on Trump. How could you not own Twitter? Because anytime Trump is mentioned, the word Twitter is also mentioned with it. It's free publicity. So whether or not Twitter's really making a turnaround, by the way, this VRX short's working out pretty nice now with a 4-cent risk. I'd be covering it here at 21.40 and making a nice little smidgen right there. There you go. Nice $150 on 1,000 shorts at 21.55 with a 4-cent risk. How you doing? Anyway, if you're a fan or not a fan, I get the idea. So I'm not going to make enough, I'm not going to be able to write off a lot of stuff as far as the real estate's concerned. But maybe I won't care because U.S. Steel will be $50 a share and the Dow will be at 50,000. But you know what? I do care. I do care. Because why shouldn't I be able to write off the amount I was writing off prior to this? So basically, as I understand, again, I don't understand, but as I've been told by smarter people, again, a lot of people don't realize I'm going to surround myself with a lot of terrific people. a lot of fantastic people, a lot of great people. I know a lot of people that are a lot smarter than me. I'll tell you, believe me, they're a lot smarter than me. So in that respect, if you like Trump, I'm doing the same thing as he's doing, right? I'm surrounding myself with smarter people than I am, and they're all telling me that the net neutrality is going to cost Kenny Glick more money on my cable bill and my internet bill. So that's a negative. And this new tax law is only going to help big corporations, and I'm going to have to pay more money on my real estate. So there's two glaring negatives. I thought this guy was just a despicable human being, but now it's actually the policies that he's putting forth that are going to affect me adversely. The only good thing is the market's never going to go down. But again, if you're not in the stock market, I still want to know how Trump convinced people without money in the market or without the ability to make money on a U.S. Steel or a Twitter trade. Who's supporting this guy other than, again, and I don't get my news from CNN or MSNBC. I watch Lou Dobbs, Hannity, Fox News, and I make my own decisions. That's what I do. So if you listen to Trump speak and you think that's a guy you want to be, you have an admiration to a guy that can't just rise above and bring unity to the world, whatever. But if you own U.S. Steel, you're loving Trump right now. You own Twitter, you're loving Trump right now. I get it. But I don't want to hear about how this guy is helping the majority of us here in America. I don't want to hear it. Oh, he's tough on crime. Oh, he's going to round up the Muslims and build the wall. Is he? Is he? Anyway, let's go back to the VRX for a second. Now, I'm hearing that it might be a takeover rumor that's attributed to this strength. Whether it is or whether it's not, how's that analyst who did that downgrade working out? Now, I know the stock could be at $14 on Friday. It could be $30. I don't know. But right now, once again, if you went the opposite way as an analyst on a downgrade on a stock that was breaking out, you're doing all right today on your VRX. Now, again, let's bring it back because I got to give another guy some attaboys, right? Where are we? I own Twitter, not because of an analyst call. I own Twitter, again, because Trump, Twitter, Trump. They go hand in hand. Again, whatever you feel about Trump doesn't matter. To me, I thought Trump would save Twitter. All you hear about is Trump, Twitter, Trump, Twitter, Trump, Twitter. Some people are still out there that don't even know what Twitter is. But they know Trump, and next thing you know, they're on Twitter and they're telling 10 friends. And I think Twitter is eventually going to charge maybe $5, $10 a month for everybody to be a part of it. And you know what? As a goddamn money-hungry, stinking Jew, like you think I am, I would pay for Twitter. I would. If you tell me Twitter is $5 a month, $50 for the year, where do I give you the $50? Sign me up. If there's a 10-year contract I could sign right now to pay for Twitter, I'm in. I don't give a shit. I want my Twitter. And you know who won't pay for Twitter? Trolls and scumbags that just sit there and make fun of people. They would have to pay now too, or they can't do their trolling from their mom's basement anymore. So you know what? Twitter, start charging people. You'll weed out the morons and the psychopaths, and we'll be at $50 a share by 2019. Boom, Twitter, you gotta love it. Now VRX, right? VRX, what are we doing here, right? We're selling out of the near-term options on this gift. I still think we got $27 in our sights, whether it because of a takeover rumor or not. I don't know. I don't know. But I want to be involved in VRX and Twitter and Snap and Alibaba and AMD. Even the DDD and the CRE worked out. Now listen, I'm going to round this up right now because I'm getting a little, I haven't even eaten breakfast yet. It's very exciting this day. By the way, I got some Ripple now. I don't even know what that is, but my think tank told me to buy some Ripple. And I'm going to explain it to you as they explained it to me. These are a young bunch of kids that one of the guys is one of our members. Smart guy. He's got a think tank. No joke. They sit in a basement. They got their pictures on the wall. It's nice to see that these guys are such a hard-working group of guys. All 21, 22, 23-year-old guys working hard. They got 3 or 4 businesses going. They trade stocks. By the way, how's that VRX short working out for you now? Bang, cash. You waited for 21.55. You got it. That's where the short was. Bang, right there, live trading for you. Anyway, so these guys are telling me about Ripple. And I like the way this kid explained it to me. I was like, explain it to me like I'm an idiot, because I am. All right? I am not smart. I'm not a smart guy. I may know a little bit about this, a little bit about that. Really takes, explain it to me like I'm an imbecile. And he explained it to me like I am an imbecile. He said, let's imagine Apple. They've got 1 million guys who have built apps that need to get paid every day. A little bit. And everybody needs to get paid on their apps, right? Now, is Apple going to go through a bank to do that? The bank charges them transaction fees that are probably more than the amount that these app developers need to get paid, okay? And it takes, whatever, 3 to 5 days for the processing to go through. So what they're doing now, and again, this is coming from him. I don't know if this is true or not, but I love the explanation because it made sense. He says they're all on Ripple, okay? So when they all got to get paid, Ripple settles in 30 seconds, and the transaction fees are so small that they're almost insignificant. So Apple and corporations are starting to pay people with these mini transactions in the Ripple and the other cryptocurrencies, therefore, hitherto, making them a true viable form of currency, even though you don't believe in it, I don't believe in it. Most people I talk to at the dinner table over 35 or over 40, we're still poo-pooing the idea. What if it disappears overnight? Well, it's the internet. What if they shut off the coin? Blah, blah, blah. Perception is reality, and the more people perceive that this is legitimate, it will legitimize itself, therefore going higher. So I'm in Ripple right now. I don't even know what that means. I put $1,000 into Ripple, so I hope it's doing well. My think tank, I trust you guys. And you know what? If I'm out $1,000, I'm out $1,000. Because guess what? I bet $500 on a football game before, and I'll put, $2 grand on some VRX options with 3 days to expiration. So why not put $1,000 into fucking Ripple? I don't know what the fuck I did, but you know what? I'm in Ripple right now. I don't know what it's trading at, but I hope it does well. And again, Twitter, Trump, U.S. Steel, the market never goes down. This is the greatest time to be alive. And all that stuff needs to be given away. So I got wireless headphones. I got a DVD player. I got a Brookstone foot massager. I got a s'mores maker. So basically every year around this time, I go back and look at all the Christmas presents and the Hanukkah presents that nobody ever used, and I like to give them away. So come down to the website, www.atg.omnovia.com/WST. The password is my wife. You know why I call it? Know why I use password to my wife? Because the market's just like my wife. It never goes down. You know what I'm saying? Rib shot! So I'll put the link. I was supposed to put the link on the bottom of the video. I fucked it up, but www.atg.omnovia.com www.atg.omnovia.com/WST. The password is my wife. All right, so maybe I'll forget. I'll put it on there now, or don't put it on there. Come on, join in the fun. We're having a load of fun. And I'm going to be starting to give away a bunch of shit as long as you don't live in Thailand. I'm sorry. I'm not going to send a foot massage to Thailand. I apologize. But, if you're ever in New York City and you win a prize, I'll give it to you. All right? Have a nice day. Have a nice life. Have a nice year. Trump, yay! Market never goes down. Woo!